Hello guys, this is Sammy from jvsco.net. You're welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to take a look at Spring Data JPA Finder methods. Spring Data JPA is actually a sub-project of Spring Data, and it provides abstraction over data access layer using the JPA and ORM such as Hibernate. Talking about data access layer abstraction, the way we usually go each time we want to access the database from our application is that we create the DO, we create our DO, and we specify some methods here, and we create another class to implement the DO, and this class will in turn make use of the entity manager from JPA or the Hibernate template from Spring Framework to access the database. But with Spring Data JPA, we no longer require to write our own DAO and implementer and so on and so forth. What we just need to do, we just have to create a simple Java class and mark that class as a JPA entity by using the @entity annotation. And after that, we just have to create a repository for that entity by specifying the name of the repository and specifying the name of the entity as a parameter to our JPA repository. So you notice that this repository actually extends the JPA repository. That is where the power comes from. So this repository extends this repository to get the free keywords and the free method that are already made in there. So what we just need to do, specify the name of the actual class, the actual entity we want to write the query against, and also specify the ID type of the entity. So these are just what we need to do to get the free CRUD operations. But in a scenario when we have more complex requirement, more complex query to write against our database, what do? So this is where the finder methods come into play. So the finder methods are really great features provided by the Spring Data JPA to enable us to write some complex query, to fire some complex queries against our database without we writing those SQL code with our hand. What we just need to do is to follow some basic conditions, some basic rules, basic naming convention to get what we want. Now let's take, for example, we have an entity called a product. Of course, this product entity is representing a table in the database, and we have some requirement to fetch data from that table using multiple criteria. So what we just need to do is to follow the basic naming convention, find by, and specify the name of the attribute we want to use as criteria, and providing the right keywords that we want to use for conditioning to fetch database. So behind the scenes, Spring Data JPA is going to combine all these attributes and the keywords we provided to generate the query and give us the expected result. So we don't have to write all this SQL with our hand from the scratch. So we just need to follow the basic criteria, the basic naming condition, the basic naming convention, and Spring Data JPA is going to do the rest for us. So today we are going to take a look at few of these keywords provided by Spring Data JPA and how to make use of them to get the expected result. So we are going to create a simple entity to demonstrate some of these keywords. Let's get started. So quickly, I'm going to be using IntelliJ for this little demonstration, and you are free to use the IDE of your choice. So right now we are going to go through the normal procedure of creating a new project. We're going to go new project, and we're going to create a Spring Boot application by using the Spring Initializer. So I'm going to go next, and here I'm going to give the group ID, which is .net.jvscode. and the name, the artifact name or ID is going to be Spring. Let's just say it's going to be finder. Let's make it finder methods. So this is going to be the name, and I'm going to leave everything here as they are. Just leave the default, and maybe just going to give a simple description to this project. So we're going to have Spring Data JPA finder. Sorry, this is finder method demo. Yeah, let's just make this here. So Spring Data JPA finder method demo, and here I'm going to click next. So being that we're creating a simple web application, I'm going to choose the web and the Spring web. So this is the dependency we need to create a Spring web application, and I'm going to go to SQL and choose the Spring Data JPA dependency. And because we are going to use MySQL, so I'm going to choose MySQL driver. And the other thing I'm going to choose here is Lombok, just to help us get rid of some boilerplate code. So having picked this, I'm going to click on next and have a review of the information we provided, and I'm going to click on finish. No. Click finish, and it seems there is okay, I've been playing around a project recently, so I'm going to quickly okay, here. So I'm going to alter this the name of this project a little bit by adding JPA finder methods. So I'm just going to go next and hit finish. So now the project is building. So now our project has been created, and I'm just going to close this Maven window and open up our application. So here we have a simple project created for us, a simple Spring Boot application created for us. And quickly, I'm going to right click on this main package and create a new package called product here. And I'm just going to go ahead and right click on this product package and create a class called product. So this is going to be the class that we are going to use to demonstrate some of the keywords provided by Spring Data JPA to execute complex queries against our database. So I'm going to hit enter, and straightforward, the product is going to have an ID, private long ID. The product is going to have a name. So it's going to have a name. Sorry, name. This is name. Sorry, have a name. And the product is going to have category. It's going to have category, right? Category. It's going to have category, and the product also is going to have a description. So have description here. Sorry, description, and the product, of course, is going to have price. So here we have double price here. Oh, sorry, I'm going to give space. So have double price. So this is pretty the information we need to have a little combination to execute query against our database. So I'm going to mark this class as a JPA entity, and so we're going to set the primary key of this. So this is going to be at ID. And I'm going to instruct JPA how to generate, how to get value for this ID, for this primary key. So we are going to say generated value. And we are going to specify the strategy as ID, identity, right? Identity. So here I'm going to make use of Lombok, getter, and setter. I'm going to make use of Lombok, getter, and setter here. Sorry, that is setter, right? Okay, setter. And I'm going to get a no arg constructor, a no args constructor. So I'm going to explicitly create a constructor here. Just insert a constructor that we exclude the ID here. Okay, so this is pretty all we want, all we need here. So this one is done. So quickly, I'm going to right click on the project, the product package, and create a class called product controller. So this is going to be the simple controller, a simple REST controller that will enable us to test our some of the features provided by Spring Data JPA. So because this one here is REST API, so we are going to make use at the REST controller, and I'm going to specify the request mapping for this request mapping, and this one is going to have /API/products. Sorry, produce products. So products. All right. So straight ahead, we are going to create. I'm going to right click on this package again and create a new class called product. This is product service, and just hit enter. And I'm going to mark this as a beans, the service class. So I'm just going to go ahead and inject the service class into our constructor, into our controller. So I'm going to do this private product service, and I'm just going to insert this. I'm just going to inject this service through the constructor here. So I'm going to make this final, right? Let's make this final. All right. So I'm going to create our first method. List. This method is to get the list of all product we have in our database. So this one is going to get every product we have in our database. So I'm just going to do list of products, right? This list of products. Get all products. So straight away we are going to return product service dot get all products. So this is all we need. And number two, so like I said, we are going to test a couple of the keywords that Spring Data JPA provides to enable us to fire some complex queries against our database. So I'm going to pick maybe a couple of them. So the second one here is going to be public list again, list of products, of course, list of products. And this one is going to be get products by name, get product by name and price, by name and price. So we are going to specify the string here, string name, and the price is double, right? Double price. So that's what we're going to get here. And straightforward, we're just going to return return the list of products that match this, the list of products that match this criteria. So we're going to return product service dot. So I'm just going to copy the name of this ID here, sorry, the name of this method here, and specify the name, the argument, and the price. So this is all we need to do. And before we go on, I'm going to specify the HTTP method here. So this one is going to be at get mapping, because everything we're doing here is get mapping, and this one also is going to be at get mapping, but this time this one is going to have another path. So we're just going to paste this here, get by name and price. And another one we're going to do is basically I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. So this one is going to be get by description, get product by description. And I'm just going to copy this name and paste it here, and also paste it here. And this one is going to be description. This is going to be description, and of course we're going to pass this argument here, this parameter here. So this is all we need. So the other one we're going to do again is finding a product. For example, you go to a website to look for a product in a specific range, specific price range. So that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to find a product within a specific price range. So I'm just going to copy this method, and I'm going to change this by price range, and I'm just going to copy this. I'm doing this so that it will be easy for us to be easier to read. Just look at the name of the method, and automatically you know what the method is doing. So the price range, we are going to have two options here: double price 1, and double price 2, double price 2. And here we are going to return price 1 and price 2. Straightforward, right? So how many have we gotten? We've gotten 1. This one is a normal, CRUD operation. So this one we have gotten 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have the last one. So here we have gotten find by name and price. So let's look at what we have here. So here we have name, category, we have description, and we have price. So here we have gotten find by description, find by name and price, find by price range. This is between price that fall between a certain range. And the last one here is find by description, and okay, maybe this is pretty what we need right now. This is what we need right now. All right, so basically we have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are just going to test these 3 as an example to what we can do with Spring Data JPA without writing code, without writing SQL code, so to speak. So now we can see that these methods are red because they are not yet existing in our service class, in our service layer. So I'm just going to place my cursor here and click on this, and this method is created for us. So before we go further, I'm going to click on this and create a new class called product. We're going to create the actual repository. So product repository. So this one actually is going to be interface actually, and we're just going to do this, though it's not necessary. We're just going to do as repository at repository, and this is the repository. There's a mistake here, sorry. I'm going to rename this, refactor, rename, and come on, repository. Repository R here. Okay, so we refactor. Okay, cool. So we got it right. So this repository is going to extend the JPA repository in turn. And this one here, we are going to specify the name of the table, which is the name of the entity we are querying against. So in this case is the product, right? This is the product. And what is the ID type of the product entity? Of course, it's long, right? So this is long. So this is all we need to do here for now. And now I'm going to inject the repository into our service layer. So we're just going to do this. These are normal stuff. Private final product repository. So we're going to have the newly repository created here, and I'm just going to go ahead and insert a constructor. We inject this dependency through a constructor. So straight ahead, we're going to return repository.find all. So this is what we need. So going back to the controller, I'm going to create this class. So you can just click on this and click on this red bulb and click on this option. So the method is going to be created here. So now these are the special method we are creating right now. These are the customized query we are going to test run right now. So now we are getting a product by name and price. So straightforward, we're going to return the repository dot find. So here we're going to have find by. So here, this is where we are going to pay attention to the naming convention of this method. So we're going to do find by name and price. Find by name and price. And here we are going to we're going to pass in the name and the price. The name and the price. So this is all we need to do. So now you can see that this method is red because it's not readily available. It's not readily available inside the repository, but there are keywords, but with this keyword we provided, it can be generated for us. You understand? So now I'm going to click on this and click on the red bulb and just create it here. You can see. So now it has gone white. So let's take a look at this. So if I remove this and price, put this here, so we can see that we've gotten all the combination, all the possible combination we can do with the price attribute in our entity. So these are all the possible combination we can do. If the price exists, we can find if such price exists, price equal, price ends with, after, containing, so many things like that, price in. So we have so many keywords that we can combine together to write a complex query against our database. So we are going to leave this like this, and we are going to now go back here and create this method, get by description. So straightforward, we are going to follow the same way. Repository dot, so the naming convention is very important here. Find by description, right? Find by this description. So here we'll find by description, and we just pass in the description and terminate. So here we have find by description. So we're going to create this also here. So this one is here too. So how many remaining? So the last one here. So the last one, just click and it's created. So we're going to find price in. So we're going to return repository, product repository dot find by price, right? So it's just like but this one here is going to have a different way of, we're going to have a different way of naming this. So this one is going to be find, because we are finding a product between a certain range of price. So we're going to have price is between. So this is going to be is between. So have price 1 and price 2 here. So we're going to find a price between this and this. So normal procedure of creating this here. So this is what we need. So I think now we are good to fire up the application and test the combination of these keywords here. Okay, we're good to go. So right now I'm going to, before we go, as usual, I'm going to specify a couple of things in here. So I'm just quickly going to copy this. I'm just going to copy this and paste it here, which is our database connectivity, the database connection. JPA products. JPA products DB. So this is going to be the name of our products. Maybe here, just make it this. Okay. So this is going to be the name of our so this one is going to be the name of our database, of our schema, the name of our schema in the database. So here I'm going to change this to update. Update simply means create the table once and listen to every subsequent changes to entity class and update the database accordingly. So having done this, I'm going to fire up this application. And let's test our application to make sure that everything works to this point. So I'm going to change this mode of this view to window so we can see it clearly. Okay, so here we can see that a table named product has been created in our database, right? By default. Hibernate has done that for us. So let's swing over and refresh. Let's refresh this, and we can see that we have one table here, but now the table is empty, nothing inside, nothing. So it's empty, right? So we have the category, the description, the name, and price. Okay, so I'm going to do something here. I'm going to create a class. I'm going to create here. I'm going to right click on this main package and create a new package here. So I'm going to call this seed. No, I'm just going to call it data, right? Data. So I'm going to right click this and create a new Java class called seed data. So I'm going to make this So we are going to make this class a SpringBean, and quickly we are going to have private final list of products. list of products. So we're going to call this seed products equals arrays, right? Arrays dot as list. I'm going to expand this a little. So we're going to do new products. So our product has a name, right? Name, category, description, and price. So I'm just going to do this Moano. So we'll have Moano microphone. The category. So the category is going to be recording, right? The description is just going to have Moano. Sorry. So we're just going to have Moano live streaming microphone. And the price, maybe we just have the price like $200. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to break this down so to be clear for us. So I'm just going to copy this, and paste it here. So I'm going to change this to Sony recording 2, and it's gonna be Sony karaoke and live streaming microphone, and this one is gonna be $250, right? Oh, sorry, this 250. All right, so I'm going to terminate this here. So quickly, I'm going to create a little method that will insert this for us. Public void insert data. All right, so we're going to inject our product repository here. So have final product repository, pro repository. So we're going to go ahead and inject it through a constructor. Just select the constructor and inject it here. And quickly, we are going to have this repository dot save all, and we are going to pass in our seed products. So this one here, I'm going to annotate this as post construct. So when this application runs, this method is going to run and insert this data in our database. So let's rerun our application. Let's stop and run our application and see what we got in the database. So you can see we've gotten two insert statements, because we have two products here. So let's swing over back to MySQL and refresh. So we have two products here already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and paste a couple more of products. So you can go ahead and do same. So I just want to paste a couple more of products, and so we can have enough data in our database to do different combination. So now I'm going to run this application again. And let's see what is happening under the hood. Okay, so here we can see that we have a multiple insert statement here, and let's swing back to MySQL, and we're going to see that we have so many products here, 26, right? So we have 26 products here, 26. We have 26 products in our database, so this is enough for testing. So quickly we are going to swing over to Postman, and before we do anything, I'm going to create a new collection called, I'm going to call this JPA finder methods, and I'm just going to click out. So we have it here already, right? We have it here. So now we are going to test our API. Just going to have the first one is local, right? So get all products from database, get all the products. So here we've gotten every product we have in the database, we've gotten them here. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this as get all products, and I'm going to save this to what collection? I'm going to save this to the new collection we've created, JPA. Where is the JPA collection? Oh, here. So we're going to save to this collection, the newly created collection we've just got. So here we have got one endpoint here. So the next one we're going to do is get product by name and price. So I'm just going to copy this and swing back to Postman, and I'm going to put this here, name and price. And here we're going to have name. So for example, we have name Moano, and here we have price. So we have price like 200, right? We have 200. Name is Moano microphone. So let's say Moano microphone 200. So let's fire this query, and here let's see what we've got. So we have 3 Moano microphones to 300. So do we have any Moano microphone that is $100? Let's check here. Oh, we got one that is $100 here. So do we have anyone that is 150? $150? Oh, we got one. So do we have any Moano microphone that is $300? No, we don't have. So you can see that this one is really working right now. It's working, right? So this one is I'm going to save this as get products by name. Sorry, get products by name and price. This is going to be get by name and price. So I'm just going to save this to this collection. And the other method here is get product by description. So let's copy this. And just come here and remove this and replace it here. By description, products, get products by description. So here is going to be this, get product by description. So we're going to have the description field, and we're going to have the value as this. Let's see, 44 not found. Description. Okay, This is get by. This is get by description. So let's fire this again. Okay, cool. So now we have products with this description. Okay, so let's go back here and get by price range. The last API here, we're going to get by price range. So I'm going to save this here, get by description, get by description. So I'm going to save this here as get product by description, get products by description. So I'm going to save this to this collection also. So we have 3 methods here. So the last method is going to be by price range, right? Get by price range. So this one, we are going to have price 1, 200. So we're going to get all product between 200 and so price 2. So we are going to get all product between 200 and 700. For example, we are going to get all products from our database between $200 and $700. So let's fire that. So we have Moano microphone, we have Sony microphone, and Galaxy phone. We have these. So these are the products between 200 and 700. We can see 600, 600, $250, 250, 200, 600, 600, 250, and 200, 200, and 250. So these are all the products between 200 and 700. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this at get products by price range. Get product by price range. I'm going to save this to the collection too. So these are the four endpoints we have, and these are the 4 we've tested them, and we'll see that they are working actually. But there's a problem here. We have a problem getting by description. So getting by description here, we cannot actually type everything to describe before we get it. For example, I don't know, when I go to Lazada to buy things, I don't know what they put there as description of the product. So I can just type, for example, I can just type something like maybe live streaming, for example, here. Or I can just type microphone. You just type microphone, right? You just type microphone, and every product that has description of microphone will come out, right? So, but right here, right now, if we click on this, we are not going to get anything. But if we go to our database, we have description things. We have microphone here, right? Moano's live microphone. We have this microphone here. So how do we do that? It's very easy doing that in here too. So what we just need to do is to go back to this method and do this. So have query at query. So we're going to have from product, query from product p, where p dot name, not p dot description, where p dot description like. So here we are going to do this like description, right? Description here. So this is all we need to do to get it working. So now if we fire up our application, we're going to see that we should be able to enter a part of the description, and we should get every product that contains this microphone here. So that is the power of JPA. You see, without stressing much to write too much of SQL code. So now I'm going to rerun our application and see what the result is going to be. So, okay. Oh, we have another batch of inserts. Let's swing over. We have too much of data here right now. Oh my gosh, my mistake. So I have to comment this out so that it shouldn't be creating again. So I have to comment out this annotation here. So anytime we run this project, it's not going to create anymore, except we activate this. Okay, let's close it. So let's go back to IntelliJ and fire this query. So now we see that every product that contains microphone in the description actually comes out. Every product that contains microphone actually comes out. So let's, for example, let's have live. We have a few products that has live recording, live streaming. So let's have a description like recording. So you can see here we have a few products that actually has recording as in their description. Now let's look for a product, for example, computer. Let's have computer. So we have Dell workstation computer, HP, Acer computer. So let's specify the terabyte. Okay, I need a computer with 2 terabytes, 2 TB. Let's see. So here we have 3 products with 2 terabytes. That's from 1 to 2 terabytes, right? 2 terabytes. So I need a product with 32 gig RAM, 32 GB RAM. So we have few of them with 32 GB RAM. So I need a product with 16 GB RAM, 16. Let's say 16 gigabytes. So here we just have few 16. So we can see that this is actually working. So we can see that the combination of all these is actually working. So we can see we didn't write too much of SQL code. We just specify the combination. We just use the keyword to specify what we need following the naming convention. So there are so many combinations we can do with these attributes to query data from the database. So there are so many things, there are so many combinations we can do using our attribute here to query against our database without writing a lot of SQL code. You're just following the basic naming convention of find by, then the name of the attributes, then the condition, the where clauses and stuff like that. So we can see that this first one here actually has 2 where clause: find product by name, find all product where name is equal to this and price equal to this. So this is 2 where clause. And this one here actually has the like clause, right? The like. So find all product where description like this. So for us to see more of this keyword, let's head over to, if you go to spring.io documentation, so just go to appendix C here and click on repository query keywords. So when you click on this, we're going to have a lot of keywords here that you can combine together to query against our database. So many here. So you can see that we make use of this like clause, and we also use the between, right? We use the between keyword, the between. We make use of these two, and we make use of that. We make use of that here. So that is where we got the price range between. Yeah, we got the first price, second price, between a specific range. So you can go ahead and try a couple more of these combination to get what you want from the database. So this one brings us to the conclusion of this little project. So please, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe if you've not done that. Help us to grow this channel. And don't also forget to hit the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can get notified. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in subsequent videos. Thank you, and have a good day.